You know, most of us have heard of the movie Grumpy Old Men. Could they have all just used a really good dose of testosterone? That's today on Second Act TV. So, Art, hey, thanks for staying and talking a little bit more. You were giving us some great information, and we wanted to follow up a little bit.
Okay.
You know, you're obviously a very self-aware man. As we said, you're fit. You're, so you took action when you felt a decline and sought hormone therapy. You know, women is our audience here. You know, what signs can they look for in their men if they are getting grumpy or whatever? How should a woman approach this with a man, with symptoms that you've experienced? Help us out there.
Well, say, why don't you get off the couch, and how come you're getting all that belly fat? Maybe you
Oh,
could
that
say
works really well. Okay.
No, they could lovingly suggest it to them, and it's a gradual change, but the effects are pretty obvious. You know, when the guys are losing their energy and when they're, like you say, grumpy perhaps, and their bodies don't look the same, and they can't seem to get in shape by just like guys always do with their high metabolisms, just cutting down on their intake and exercising more. It's not working for them. So just suggest it, just openly suggest it.
So literally when a man, it's not that he's turning into a couch potato, or it may not be his fault. Is
No,
that what
of
you're
course,
saying?
Exactly. It
is like us with hormones.
Right, and it's just one of the things that our body goes through as we age. And fair enough, if you can't solve that, then we're all going to live with it. But if there's a way to solve that that's not detrimental to our health, and it's going to allow us to enjoy all the things that we've enjoyed throughout our younger lives, and being physically fit and sexually active and more energy and happy, then why not?
Yeah. Well, you're bringing up a good point, on behalf of our, the men, raising a strong case, because as women, everybody knows how devastating, well, not everybody, it's one of the things we try to educate, but women do know, or men, how devastating menopause is for us because it's so severe. But maybe we're not giving men enough credit that you really are experiencing a lot of the same things. And there's answers there as well. What kind of results did you get? How did you?
Well, it's not just the overall feeling of more virility, which was very noticeable and important, and one of the reasons why I decided to try this. But the others are, my energy level is better. I recover more quickly from exercise. For instance, I played basketball with some of the guys that I played in the league with a couple of years ago. And I had to look at them in their basketball uniforms, and they had to look at me, and there's a difference. And I didn't have the heart to tell them right there what I've been doing, but they all noticed the difference in how I was able to play. And I just play like I played 10 years ago. I played better. I feel better, and so that's one thing. And then, physically, specifically, I have increased muscle mass. I have less body fat, which is something I've been monitoring personally.
So you really felt that difference.
I felt that difference. It's not. I mean, if I eat ice cream and chocolate, I'll still get belly fat. But if I eat a normal, healthy diet and exercise, then I don't get that.
Yeah. Well, hormones. It's not treatment isn't a magic pill. You still have the lifestyle. But now if you have that lifestyle, you can actually get results. Like with us, with women. If our hormones are out of whack, we can't achieve the results we once did. So you guys go through the same thing.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And I find that my body just behaves in that regard with regard to intake, exercise, and composition, muscle to fat ratios, like it did 10 years ago. That's the biggest result that I notice.
And you think if a woman does approach that with a man, say, "Hey, honey, this may not be your fault. Maybe it is hormone," that you wouldn't take offense to that. That it's not, "Hey, fatso, get off the couch."
Right. I think that might be. I mean, assuming you have a good conversation and communication with your spouse, then suggest it, and perhaps even suggest that, "Hey, honey, this is something I'm looking into as the wife. This is something I'm looking into for me. And did you know that there's a possible solution for you too?"
Great advice. Well, thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much for staying
You're
over a little bit
welcome,
and offering that perspective. So that was Art, making a great case for the men out there who it may not be their fault either. They're suffering as well. Look into hormone replacement therapy. Go to our website. Look at Dr. Lori's blog. There'll be lots more information on this. Thank you for joining us.